Hey, good Monday morning, my friends. I'm Live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. And we have several things to talk about. Hold on, that was my sister just calling. Let me text her real quick. Sorry. There we go. Any cold air anywhere in sight for a frost, I'll let you off the hook. No, I'll show that to you. And then we'll look at one precipitation maker this week, really not too significant at all. So let's get on into it. We got to start with, so I can kind of cover my you-know-what, we've got to start with what is normal, because I'm going to be talking about warm temperatures for October, warmer than normal temperatures, but I got to show you that the average high temperature continues to stair step downward, and you got to get an idea that, when we go into our next warming trend, it won't be the 80s, it will be low to mid 70s we get into, okay? So let's get on into this. And so what I'm showing you here is the October long-term averages, what is often called normal temperatures. And some people will argue that that is a bad way to say it, because there are other mathematical things that are normal, but this is the average temperatures, okay, average high temperatures. So right now, tomorrow, October 1st, the average high temperature last 30 years, Ann Arbor has averaged about 68, so same for Detroit. Kalamazoo 67, Lansing 66, Grand Rapids 66, Flint, Saginaw 66. So, you could say the southern half of the state average high now is about 66 to 68. You can take, 20 off of that for an average low temperature into the mid to upper 40s. And you go north, and Traverse City has an average high now of about 63. Now, let's just go 1 week into it, October 8th, and it drops a degree or two in places. So it drops 1 degree over a week. So that's pretty slow. But as we get to mid-October, then we go another week, and we lose about 3 degrees. This is October 15th, low 60s in southern half of the state, upper 50s northern half. We go another week after that, and we drop to, let's see. I've had a bad internet, I think, this morning also. So temperatures drop to the, not going to drop for me, are you? Well, they drop into the 50s. So when we're talking, here we go, 21st. October 21st, high of 59 in Ann Arbor, 57 in Grand Rapids, 58 in the Saginaw and Flint area, 55 in Traverse City. So we are losing the heat. And as we talk about warmer temperatures returning, remember it's 70s. All right, so plenty of clear skies. You see some cloudiness back to the northwest in the Dakotas. That's a cold front that will be coming through about this time tomorrow, western half of the state, and in the afternoon in the eastern half. Gives about 3 to 5 hours of off and on showers, I guess I would say. The radar showing those showers way up there in Canada, but let's pick it up with the modeling. So here's our high-resolution rapid refresh model. We're showing you the radar forecast. Just a second, let me get it nice and big so you can see it. It is Monday, right? And maybe some of you haven't even had your coffee yet. Maybe you're having it now. All right, so today, a beautiful day, dry, and then we go into tomorrow. This is 9 o'clock in the morning, so we can have showers anywhere. They don't look real robust. This is 11 o'clock and noon. This is 3 o'clock. The most robust showers look like they're in the eastern side of the state when we build the instability of the afternoon. Makes sense. You know, again, it's still only 3, 4, 5 hours of off and on showers. Ann Arbor, you're looking at it in the second half of the afternoon, early evening probably. Same for Detroit. East side of the state, you know, Grand Rapids, this doesn't really do much at all. Let's see if we can grab a new model run. That's why we like the high resolution rapid refresh, is because it rapidly refreshes every hour it runs. We don't get all of these runs every hour, so we're out 13 hours here right now on the latest run. It doesn't go out far enough for us. Okay, so here's the North American model, and it goes out a little bit further in time. This is 8, 9, 10 in the morning. So I would say from the Sioux through northern Michigan, through Traverse City, Cadillac to Grand Rapids, tomorrow morning you could have a few showers, and then shift it to the afternoon for the eastern half of the state, and then on out by mid to late evening and dry after that. Total rainfall off of this, not much. Grand Rapids, you might be lucky to have a tenth. Kalamazoo, same deal. Lansing and Jackson and Ann Arbor and Detroit, you might get a tenth to 3/10 of an inch of rain. That's not much. Same deal for Flint, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, the Thumb, Traverse City northward, maybe 2/10 to a half inch in a few spots. But generally this is going to be a very light rain, and it will be 3 or 4 hours in any one spot. All right, now let's get into the long term and see if we have any cold air anywhere in sight. Answer is no. Anywhere in sight, by the way, is about 2 weeks at this time of the year, as far as a general term for talking about frost. So frost in anywhere in lower Michigan in the next 2 weeks, probably not. The coldest spot by Vanderbilt, Gaylord, maybe in 2 weeks, but certainly Ann Arbor, Detroit, Flint, Saginaw, Bay City, the Thumb, Grand Rapids, Lansing, just no cold air anywhere in sight. We may have a day in the next 2 weeks that drops in the morning to 38 or 40, maybe. So we're not talking about any frost here. So let's look at the long term and see if we see this cold building and coming southward. So here you're looking at the European model, good model. And we're going to look out 10 days. So here's our little cold front for tomorrow. And it's really not much colder behind it. Just the clouds keep us in the 60s. And then as we go to Wednesday, we're already, by late Wednesday, going back to a southwesterly wind and trying to warm up. And this is into Friday, it's dry, and this is into Saturday. The next cold front, maybe next weekend, late next weekend. Tiny little one-day cool pocket. And then right back to warmer air on the way 10 days out. Now remember, again, October 10th, when I'm talking warmer air, we'll be lucky to hit 70, and we will hit 70. We will inch back into the 70s. But your 80s for several days in a row without much wind are done. Is 80 done? I would say no. I would say the Detroit area, the far south, can still hit 80. I would say even Grand Rapids or Saginaw and Flint could still hit 80 one day sometime in October, given this pattern. But it's, you know, the next warming trend is, we better use the word mild and let you figure out if it's warm or not. So definitely a dry forecast. Okay, now this is the surface temperature anomaly in degrees Fahrenheit. So when you see something that says like 9, that means 9 degrees warmer than normal. So again, hey, good morning, Scott Lawson. Thanks for joining us on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. So when you see this temperature anomaly, that means, you know, if it's 10 degrees warmer than normal, and I just showed you our normal highs are 65, that means you're 75. I'm going to show you some actual numbers, but I just want to show you that there is no cold air anywhere in sight for a frost. Here's Wednesday morning, 2 degrees cooler than normal. That brings us down in the mid-40s in the morning. And then right by afternoon, warmer than normal slightly. And as we go through the weekend, we're to October 5th and 6th and 7th. Any cold pocket anywhere in sight? October 9th, maybe 2 degrees cooler than normal. And look at what we have 10 days out, another big warm area from Canada heading southeast. So frost anytime soon? No. That means you probably better delay your fall color tour. I've been north and I could tell you, a smattering of a little bit of fall color, but it's going to take some chilly air and loss of daylight. So we're looking at the last part of October before the last half before northern lower Michigan starts to change. Today, we're heading toward 80 degrees again in a lot of spots. Let's call it 77 to 80. Let me get this so you can see it properly. The Yoopers, they're probably going crazy. I always hear from the Yoopers, if I just cut off one little spot in the Keweenaw Peninsula to get it to fit and so you can see numbers, the Yoopers come out of the woodwork. You cut off the last 10 miles. Sorry, a Monday morning rant. All right, so today's highs near 80. Tomorrow, again, near 80 in the southeast, 60s in the northwest. Wednesday, a cool day, about normal, in the mid to upper 60s. Then back to the 70s for Thursday and for Friday in a lot of places. And for Saturday in the low 70s. And next Sunday, maybe some areas in the 70s. Of course, northern Michigan starts to cool off if you get a wind off the water. And we know that this model's pitfall at 8, 9, and 10 days out is to be cooler than normal, even though it's a great model. Hey, good morning, Carl Yo from Lennox and Sandra Smith. Thanks for watching. Quill Wilson, good morning. And Brian Stevens, this is the MLive morning weather update. So there is really no cold air in sight. Let's just take a look at the low temperatures. Mornings in the 50s. And we will have some mornings in the 40s. You will need a jacket for a couple of hours, right around sunrise to 9, 10 in the morning. Then the chill burns off. We're into Friday, Saturday in the 40s and 50s, Sunday in the 50s and 60s. It feels like summer. And as we go out 10 days, nothing that would produce a frost anywhere in sight. So let's just keep going. Hey, how about I take care of the next couple of weeks' weather, and then I'll just go on vacation. No, I don't want to do that, and I can't do that. So let's look out extended, okay? So this is in general terms. So this is the, pardon me, I just nuked it. Let me get it back here for you. We're looking at the Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day forecast. I've told them I don't like the words Climate Prediction Center for a short-term forecast because that makes you think that they're trying to predict the climate. It's the same entity of the Weather Service that does that, but we don't believe a lot of those climate forecasts, right? Because they're pretty far out. So here's 6 to 10 day to October 9th, and we're dry and slightly warmer than normal. 8 to 14 day, dry and slightly warmer than normal. Remember, that means 60s to near 70. 3 to 4 week forecast out to October 25th, warmer than normal and drier than normal. So you have plenty of time still to get some fall projects done. If you said, man, I need a new roof and I should do it before the snow flies, this is your week. Because I know what you'll do. You'll wait and you'll ask me, as soon as I start talking about snowflakes, you'll ask me, do I still have a week to re-roof my house? And I'll say, you should have done it in September, and you should have done it in the first 2 weeks of October. There you have it. So, beautiful day today, another boating day. We're going to probably try our last boating day perhaps today. Cold front tomorrow with just 3 or 4 hours of showers in any one spot, couple of tents. If you're lucky, keep the plants watered. They are stressed, they're freaked out. Remember, the lilacs are in full bloom right now. We have rarely, if ever, seen all of the lilacs go back into a second bloom in the season. All of my plant experts can't explain it other than the weather's been goofed up. And so thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrosa. Have yourselves a great day. Take care.